Shishi Guru Gauranga, Gandharvika Giridhari, Radha Vindhari, Radha Govinda Ki Jai, Radhi Vishnu Om Vishnu Pada, Paramahansa Pararata Tare, Askatara Sapashri Shimai, Abhacharana Ravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai, Radhi Vishnu Om Vishnu Pada, Paramahansa Pararata Tare, Askatara Sapashri Shimai, Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Gauriya Guru Varga Ki Jai, Sadosi Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Shri Gaur Bhakta Ki Jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda Ki Jai, Samadhavrinda Ki Jai, Jai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Guruve Gaura Chandraya Radhikayai Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namaha Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Jutaha Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitamscha Om Agyana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachanam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripa Tamaham Bande Shri Gurun Dinataranam Vansha Kalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahabhadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gaura Tishe Namaha Nityanandam Namastubhyam Premananda Pradayane Kalau Kalmashanashaya Janava Pataye Namaha Ajanu Lambita Bujo Kanakavadato Samkirtanaika Pitaro Kamalaya Taksho Vishwambaro Dvijavaro Yuga Dharma Palo Bande Jagat Priyakaro Karunavataro Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jayatam Suruto Pangor Mama Mandamater Gati Matsarvasva Padambojo Radha Madana Mohano Divyad Vrindaranya Kalpadrumadha
Srimad Ratanagar Singhasanasto Srimad Radha Srila Govinda Devo Preshtalibhi Sevyamano Smarami Shriman Rasarasarambhi Bam Shivata Tatakstitaha Karshan Venu Swanair Gopir Gopinata Shriyestunaha Vrindai Tulsi Debai Priyai Keshavasyacha Krishna Bhakti Brade Devi Satyavachai Namo Namaha Bhaktya Vihina Aparadha Lakshai Kshiptascha Kamadi Tarangamadye Kripa Maitvam Sharanam Prapanna Vrinde Namaste Charanarvindam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. First of all, I'm offering my unlimited Dandavat Pranams and my Shraddha Pushpanjali unto the lotus feet of my most my most beloved and most worshipable Gurudev, Nitya Lila Pravishta, Om Vishnupad Paramahansa, Ashtatarasata Sri Srila, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada. Then I'm offering my same unlimited Dandavat Pranams and my Shraddha Pushpanjali at the lotus feet of my most worshipable, beloved Siksha Gurudevs, Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Paramahansa, Ashtatarasata Sri Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, and Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Ashtatarasata Sri Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj. And I'm offering my Dandavat Pranams to the lotus feet of all of my Sri Sri Rupanuga Guru Varga. And my Dandavat Pranams to all of the Vaishnavas and to all of the Vaishnavas. All glory to the assembled devotees on this Ekadasi Titi, Mahabhava Titi, and all the devotees who are doing Ekadasi Vrat today. So, we completed the commentary for verse 28 yesterday, and today we are going to read verse 29, and there's a good-sized commentary for that. And I'm reading the previous verse, verse 28, again, before we move on to verse 29. Ya te kanshulir atra sundari maya vaksho jayor arpita shyama chadana kamyaya kila nasa satyeti vigyayatam kintu swamini Krishna eva sahasa tattamavapya swayam pranebhyo pyadikam swakam nidhiyugam sangopayatyevahi. O Sundari, I did not desire that Shyam would not see your breasts when I placed this Kanchuli bodhis on them. But, O Swamini, I wanted him to suddenly come himself to cover your jewel-like breasts that are dearer to him than his very life by firmly embracing you. So beautiful commentary yesterday by Srila Gurudev. And I was reminded today by Charu Chandrika Didi, who said that what Gurudev told at the end of his commentary yesterday, she wanted to be reminded of that. Or was it the previous day? Let me check. Ah, yes, okay. Anyway, I'm reading the previous. It's just the last paragraph of the commentary. That the gopis are giving these ornaments to Srimati Radhika. What are they called? Ornaments? Abharana. And she is so pleased to have this. So the gopis are giving, and she is very pleased to have this. And when Radhika sees how beautiful her dancing earrings are, then she is thinking that Krishna will see and dance like this. One important point, this is the last sentence, and this is what Charu was asking me about. One important point is that the best of all abharana, of all decoration of Radhika, is to hear Krishna Katha, Krishna Nam, and Krishna Guna, Krishna's qualities. This is actually the best of all decorations of Radhika, is to hear Krishna Katha, Krishna Nam, and Krishna Guna. So, how do we understand this in proper context? Right? The best of all abharana. You want to try?
In that hearing about Krishna produces so much prem in Radhika, that prem makes her more beautiful, and so nothing beautifies her more than hearing about Krishna. Her response is beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Anything other?
What's the saying that Krishna mentioned that the more she hears about Krishna, the more beautiful she becomes.
Yes. So this is on that level of her Sakhis and Manjaris who are decorating her. Simultaneously, they're singing and reminding her of Krishna by speaking his pastimes and so forth. So, Gurudev is saying that the gopis are giving all these ornaments to Srimati Radhika, and she's very pleased to have those ornaments. And when she sees how beautiful her dancing earrings are, then it inspires her to think that when Krishna will see, and then he'll also dance like this. So there's nothing that is not related to Srimati Radhika's remembrance of Krishna and all the decorations and everything. Of course, she's Mahabhava Swarupini, so she's immersed in the deepest states of love for Krishna and thinking about him every single moment. So, then Gurudev points out, he says one important point. And he's pointing that out to who? To us. who are listening, to the devotees who are sitting in front of him. They've just heard all of these pastimes and decoration of Radhika. But he says actually one important point is that the best of all abharana of Radhika is to hear Krishna Katha, Krishna Nam, and Krishna Guna. So we can see this from two perspectives. The perspective that you just described is one of those. That she is hearing her Sakis describing like this, right? But I think that Gurudev is pointing this out for us also. Because in our condition, obviously we are not qualified to have our Siddha Swarup and to be decorating directly Srimati Radhika. We are very far away from that. But yet, why do we chant Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama? Why are we chanting this Mahamantra? Because this is non-different. This is Krishna directly. And all power and all potency Krishna has placed in his names. Mahaprabhu told us, Sikshastakam, yes? Second shlok. Nam namakari bahuda nija sarva shaktis. That means that nija sarva shaktis, you have put all of your shaktis, all of your power, all of your potencies, you have put in your name. In which name? Nam namakari bahuda. All your millions of names. Each one of them contains all of your potency. Tatrarpita niyamita smaranena kalaha. And there is not restriction according to time and place and purity, as there are for chanting various Vedic mantras and Gayatri mantras and so forth. In your name, no restriction. Mahaprabhu pointed that out with that pastime. Remember that Mahaprabhu was holding his tongue as he went into the latrine. But little Gopal, he asked Mahaprabhu, why are you holding your tongue? Mahaprabhu was saying that Krishna Nam is Krishna himself. How can I bring him into the latrine? I cannot stop my tongue. So Krishna himself, I'm bringing him into the latrine. And then that little boy, he asked, was he the son of Shivananda Sain? I'm forgetting. So he asked, oh, but Mahaprabhu, you taught to us that when we are approaching the last moment of our life and we are about to leave our body, that we should be chanting Krishna's names. But yet, we could be in a very impure state at that moment. And then Mahaprabhu said, you speak correctly. You are my Guru. So then he became Gopal Guru Goswami, greatest authority. So, Nam namakari bahuda nija sarva shaktis tatrarpita niyamita smarane nakalaha. No limitation, time, place, circumstance, anything. Etadrishi tava kripa Bhagavan. Oh, this is your causeless mercy, O Krishna, O Bhagavan. Etadrishi tava kripa. Only problem is from my side, not yours. You've done everything, but I am Duradaivam. Why? Why am I so unfortunate and wretched? Duradaivam, idrisham, ihajani, na nuragaha. Because I have no anurag, I have no love and attraction for your holy names. So Gurudev, when he would give initiation, I've seen him tell this many, many times. And even sometimes when he was giving initiation on the phone, and we were in Russia or he was somewhere else. But he would always tell this point to the devotees, who he was giving initiation to. This particular point about Krishna's names. You can take one of these for your feet.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. So, he would say, Krishna's name is as powerful as Krishna himself. You know how powerful Krishna himself is? In a single moment, Krishna can create millions of universes. Right? Does he do that?
Yes.
He certainly does, in his form as Mahavishnu. That's a single moment for him, right? It's one breath. And then the very next moment, he can destroy all those millions of universes. And then the next moment, he can create them again. I've heard Gurudev tell this so many times, giving the proper understanding to the devotees that Krishna Nam is Krishna. Abhinatvam Nama Namano. Nama Chintamani Krishna's Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Shuddho Nitya Mukto Abhinatvam Nama Namano. Abhinatvam means there is no difference between the name and the named person. Nama Chintamani Krishna. That's good for us because we need this Chintamani because we are like a slug, like a piece of, worthless material. Right? No good qualities, nothing redeeming in us. And we know that a Chintamani is capable of converting, right? Can convert a piece of lead, iron, whatever, a stone, whatever it touches, it makes it into what? Gold. Gold. But Gurudev said, even beyond that, a Chintamani stone can do anything, practically. Not only converting to gold. So, we need this to change our hearts, to change our wretched condition of millions of lives, of sinful activities and bad samskaras, and especially in Kali Yuga. Especially in Kali Yuga. So, that the principle of Krishna Nam, we heard this from Srila Prabhupada right in the very beginning. Krishna is not different than his name. When you chant Krishna's name, you are with Krishna. So, and Rupa Goswami has taught how we'll have to perform that Nam Bhajan, Krishna's name. So not only Krishna's name, Katha about Krishna, Krishna Katha, any of the topics of Krishna, bona fide, authorized topics, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, all of the books of the Goswamis, everything is Krishna Katha. And Krishna Guna. Krishna Guna. So the gopis are doing this. They're describing Krishna's qualities. They're describing Krishna Nam. They're describing Krishna Katha. But I think that Gurudev is also pointing out for us that this chanting of our, even though very fallen, if we're chanting sincerely, this makes Srimati Radhika happy. We've heard this before, have we not? that if you glorify Krishna, it attracts Srimati Radhika, yes? If you glorify Krishna, it attracts Radhika. And if you glorify Radhika, it attracts Krishna. Yes? So, I think that Srimati Radhika is very pleased because she is Karunamayi. She is made of mercy. And they have descended. Gurudev pointed that out. Braja janamana sukakari radhe sham sham sham. And he says in that song that, I don't remember the verse, it's a Hindi composition by Gurudev, that, remember the verse in that song? Where he's saying that both of you have appeared together as your holy names. You have descended in the form of your holy names to give mercy to all the jivas. So we see when Mahaprabhu was in deep, deep, deep internal states, like fainting on the ocean front or in front of the Singhadwara gate in Puri or any condition, what would the devotees do? They would do kirtan. They would do kirtan, and Mahaprabhu would gradually come back to his external consciousness. So I think that's why Gurudev is pointing out that one important point is that really the best of all avarana of Radhika is to hear Krishna Katha. For who to hear it? Radhika, but also us. Hear Krishna Katha, hear Krishna Nam, hear Krishna Guna, and to chant it. This is the best. So she was remembering that and asking me, what was that instruction? To hear that this is the best decoration of Radhika? And then I remembered, oh yes, in that last line. So, that was the previous, the two verses before the one that we're doing today. Now we're on verse 29. Verse 29. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Shri Shri Radha Govinda Ji Ki Jai. Nana Mani Prakara Gumpita Charu Pushtya. Nana Mani Prakara Gumpita Charu Pushtya. Muktash Rajas Tava Suvakshashi Hema Gauri. Shrantya Britalasa Mukunda Sutulikayam. Kim kalpayish yatitaram tava dasikeyam. So Raghunath Das Goswami is praying to Srimati Radhika, calling her Hema Gauri, golden complexioned one. O Hema Gauri, will this maid servant place a beautiful necklace of pearls and various jewels on your chest, which is soft like cotton, and is the resting place for Mukunda when he is sleepy and fatigued. Very beautiful meditation. So now in the decorating process, now Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, he is praying, when will I place a beautiful necklace of pearls and various jewels on your chest? So repeat after me. Nana, Mani, Prakara, Gumpita, Charu, Pushtya, Mukta, Shrajas, Tava, Su, Vakshashi, Hema, Gauri, Shranti, Abritalasa, Mukunda, Su, Tulikayam, Kim, Kalpayishi, Atitaram, Tava, Dasikeyam. She wants to become Dasi. O Hema Gauri. Repeat.
O Hema Gauri.
Golden complexioned one. Will this maid servant place a beautiful necklace of pearls and various jewels on your chest, which is soft like cotton, and the resting place for Mukunda when he is sleepy and fatigued? Srila Gurudeva's commentary. So he's saying at first you should know the link with the last verses that we have read. He has given earrings, he has put kajal on her eyes, a bodice, and now he is giving a necklace. So this section is titled The Pretense of the Broken Pearl Necklace. Raghunath Das Goswami was weeping and rolling on the bank of Radha Kunda, and then he saw that he has taken birth in Yavat. And all the Sakhis are sitting around Srimati Radhika, Lalita, Vishaka, Chitra, Tungavidya, Champaklata, and the others. Also, Rupa Manjari and Rati Manjari are there. Lalita was ornamenting Radhika with one thing, Vishaka also ornamenting Radhika with another, Chitra with something else, and all of them were putting on something, and they were joking with each other, especially with Radhika. With the ornaments they put on, they remind Srimati Radhika of different pastimes of Krishna. Raghunath Das Goswami, in the mood of Rati Manjari or Tulsi Manjari, was ordered by Lalita or Vishaka to put the earrings on Radhika's ears, and they looked so beautiful. Then Lalita or Vishaka told her, "You should bring the Mukta Mala." That means pearl necklace. Say that, Mukta Mala. What does Mukta mean? Huh?
Yes, pearls.
Yes, it does, by the process of deduction. And Mala means garland, right, or necklace. So, you should bring the Mukta Mala pearl necklace. And of course, there's a whole pastime about Krishna and pearls. And there's 2 books written about that pastime. Did you know that? One is written by Rupa Goswami, and one is written by Raghunath Das Goswami about that pearl necklace. About Krishna growing pearls. Pearl trees. I'm forgetting the title, Mukta something. Okay. So now, Then Lalita or Vishaka told her, to Tulsi Manjari, you should bring the Mukta Mala, the pearl necklace. Then at that time, Lalita was joking with Srimati Radhika. Lalita was saying to Radhika, do you know the pastime of this pearl necklace? Do you remember once when you were going to Nanda Bhavan to cook for Krishna? And we were also going with you. And when we reached in the middle place near Ter Kadamba, then Krishna with his companions was there milking cows. They were taking Radhika to Nanda Bhavan. And then Lalita said, Krishna is sitting in the way to disturb you. In other words, intentionally, he came there, sat on the pathway with his cowherd friends to disturb Radhika. At least Lalita, who is saying this? Yes, Lalita is telling to Radhika. So, Krishna is sitting in the way to disturb you, so we should go by another path. But Radhika said, I have no fear. Don't fear. We will go straight by this way. What will he do? Then Vishaka also told Radhika not to go that way. And Vishaka told Radhika, he is Nanda Putra, and I am a king's daughter. So I will see. No, this is Radhika, sorry. This is Radhika telling that Krishna is Nanda Putra, and I am a king's daughter. I will see, let us go. So when they came nearer, Krishna took the udder of his cow and he squeezed it so that the milk came on the face of Srimati Radhika. All were laughing, but Radhika was somewhat upset. They went on, but Radhika up till now was looking down and walking. But when she passed all, then Srimati Radhika wanted to see Krishna again. But if she looks, then everyone will say that she is looking at Krishna. So, by shyness, she had an idea. And she somehow broke the pearl necklace, and all the pearls were scattered. Then she sat down and began to pick them up. And then time to time, she looked towards Krishna. This was only a trick to be able to see Krishna. So Srimati Radhika was standing with the pearls scattered everywhere, and she said, oh, my necklace has been broken. What should I do? May I leave this? But it is so valuable and very near and dear to me, so I cannot leave it here. And then Asaki answered, the pearls are very small, and there are so many. How can you find them all? They are glittering, and they are not so small, Radhika said. I can find them, and you can help me. Then saying this, she sat down and began to pick them up. The Manjaris, especially Tulsi Manjari, they began to help Srimati. And while picking them up, she glanced at Krishna. After she picked them all up, then they bound them in her belt, Radhika's belt. So Lalita reminded Srimati Radhika that this necklace is the same necklace of that pastime, reconstructed. So when they arrived home, they put the pearls on a thread and they made another one. These are very glittery, and when Krishna comes nearby Radhika, and there are so many persons around, especially at the time of going cow herding, when Nanda Baba, Yashoda, and others are there, the gopis are there, the sakas are there, so Srimati cannot look directly at Krishna. Thus, in the pearls, she can see Krishna's reflection, and she becomes so happy. So these pearls are not ordinary pearls. Then remembering this, they are laughing and they are smiling. They told Tulsi Manjari, you have some special service to do because Srimati Radhika has so much favor upon you. When Radhika and Krishna have left the lotus bed in the Kunja and they are returning home, you should see what things have been left scattered on the bed. She takes all these things, and also the chandan, the kasturi, and so forth, binds them in her belt, and again gave them to Srimati Radhika. Next section is called To Whom He Gives Mukti. So again, Raghunath Das Goswami was weeping and rolling on the banks of Radha Kunda, remembering and doing kirtan of these verses. So during this constant remembrance, a spurti came, and he saw a pastime of Radha and Krishna. After giving the kanchuli, then the Sakhis brought a golden dish with pearls, and Krishna himself strung it. There were so many different colors of pearls, and also some jewels, gold, and other things that made it so beautiful. Nana mani prakara gumpita charu pushtya. The pearls are very pushtya. That means big and round. And they are charu, very beautiful. Astrajas means that there are countless pearls. Some are reddish and some are white. Then, Suvakshashi Hema Gaudi. Srimati is like Hema Gaudi, molten gold. Suvakshashi, her vakshashi, her chest, is so beautiful. So beautiful that Krishna likes it so much. And when he's tired from Vilas, playing and dancing, then he takes shelter at Srimati Radhika's vakshashi. At that time, when we generally see lightning in a blue cloud, here it is the opposite. Shyam is like a blue cloud in the lap of golden lightning. Srimati Radhika. It is a very strange thing. Krishna is very tired. Krishna is not written here. The name Krishna is not written here, but Mukunda. Mukunda means Mukti Dadati. One who gives mukti, one who gives liberation. So here it is appropriate with Mukunda, to use the word Mukunda. To whom does he give mukti? If Srimati Radhika has tightened her braid, then who unties it? Krishna. If she has tightened her belt, who gives mukti? Krishna. So Krishna gives mukti to all the things which she tightens. He also sometimes gives mukti to her bells and everything. So he is Mukunda. Tulikayam kim kalpayish yatitaram tavadasikeyam. Your breast is soft like a pillow. Your breast is like a soft pillow, full of new cotton, which with such good fragrance that it attracts Krishna so much. And putting his head on that pillow, Krishna thinks it is so much pleasing. Seeing this, Rati Manjari at once began to decorate Srimati Radhika's breasts with so many colors. She was reminding Srimati Radhika of this pastime as she was decorating her. And hearing this, Radhika became so pleased. Rati Manjari thus began to give this pearl necklace on Radhika's breasts. Especially when Krishna goes to cow herding, Nanda Baba and Yashoda and all are there, so she cannot see Krishna so well. Seeing Krishna's reflection in the pearls, Radhika becomes so pleased. But when Tulsi Manjari was going to put it on, she saw that Radhika had disappeared. And he again began rolling on the bank of Radha Kunda. Now, he is lamenting and he is praying, when will I be so fortunate to have this service to decorate Srimati Radhika's breasts, where Krishna takes shelter and becomes so pleased by resting there. This is in brief, Gurudev says. In the Sri Sri Prema Pura Bidha Stotra. Okay, Pura Bidha Stotra. This is written by Raghunath Das Goswami. In Sri Sri Prem Pura Bidha Stotra, Raghunath Das Goswami, in verse 5, he says, Pramada Madana Yudha Shantita Kanta Krishna Prachura Sukada Vaksha Spara Talpe Svabanti Rasa Mudita Vishaka Jivitadha Samridha Kshanamapi Mama Radhe Netram Anandaya Tvam. O Shri Radha, who rendered tired by the passionate love battle, rests on the great blissful bed of your beloved Krishna's broad chest. O life and soul of Vishaka, who is made happy by the rasa of your pastimes, please, for even a moment, give happiness to my eyes. Raghunath Das Goswami's mood here is that when Krishna becomes tired, Srimati Radhika's chest is like a bed, a beautiful, soft bed. Then Krishna takes shelter there and he rests. It is very pleasant for Krishna. So that's the verse. That is the verse. Verse 29. But because we started a little late, I'm going to steal a few more minutes. And we'll go to verse 30. Not too long. Just short. And there's a longer commentary for tomorrow, but we'll read a little. So now, in verse 30, Raghunath Das Goswami continues in his prayers, his Vilapa-kusumanjali, prayers of lamentation. Mani chaya kachitabir nila chuda valibir. Mani chaya kachitabir nila nila chuda valibir. Hari dayata kalabid dvanvam indi varakshi. Api bata tava divyair angulir anguliyai. Kvachid api kila kale bhushayashyami kim nu. O lotus-eyed one, When will I adorn your fingers with the glittering rings, and your two graceful arms, which are so dear to Hari, with blue armlets studded with jewels. Armlets, right? On the forearms, yes. Rings and armlets, and also probably bangles. Srila Gurudev's commentary, you can repeat after me. Mani, Chaya, Kachita beer, Nila, Chudavali beer, Chudavali beer, Hari Dayata, Kalavid, Dvandvam, Indi Varakshi, Api Bata, Tava Divyayar, Angulir, Anguliyai, Kvachid Api, Kila Kale, Bhushayashyami, Bhushayashyami, Kim Nu. O lotus-eyed one, when will I adorn your fingers with glittering rings? And your two graceful arms, which are so dear to Hari, with blue armlets, studded with jewels. Srila Gurudev's commentary, the blue bracelets and Radhika's man. Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, even though he is a siddha, he is playing the role of a sadhak. He has passed the stages of anartha nivritti, nishta, ruchi, asakti, and bhav. He is in bhav avastha. 24 hours a day, he is always in that mood, but sometimes internal, half internal, and in external consciousness. When he is in external sense, he is always remembering the past times he has seen in spurti, or in internal awareness. So when is he doing? When he's in external sense. But he's always remembering the past times he saw in spurti, or in internal awareness. Now, Tulsi Manjari has given the mala and giving bracelets on Radhika's arms. The bracelets are blue, and on Radhika's fingers, she is giving very beautiful rings. She reminded Srimati Radhika how Krishna gives this. Krishna wants that these arms of Srimati Radhika should come around his neck. Her arms are very near and dear to Krishna. They are very smooth, round, and beautiful. These arms are very dear to Krishna, so she wants to decorate these arms and hands. So when she is giving the bracelets on the arms of Srimati Radhika, she is reminding Radhika how Krishna decorates her arms with these bracelets and gives rings on her fingers. Mani Chaya Kachita Bir. Various kinds of jewels are on these bracelets. When they serve Krishna, Krishna becomes so pleased. Please don't have a conversation out there. Mani Chaya Kachita Bir. Various kinds of jewels are on these bracelets. When they serve Krishna, Krishna becomes so pleased. They jingle so sweetly that Krishna is attracted to that sound. Raghunath Das Goswami has told that Radhika's Swarup and all her ornaments are made of only Krishna Mahabhava. So this bracelet is also of Mahabhava. Nila Chudavali Bir. The color of the bracelets is blue, the same color as Krishna. Whatever clothes or ornaments Srimati Radhika wears are near and dear to Krishna and remind her of Krishna. In the Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi, it is written by who? Prabodhananda Saraswati, who is Tunga Vidya incarnate. So he is writing in that Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi, Krishna Paksha Nava Kuvalayam Krishna Saras Tamalo Nilam Bodhas Tava Ruchi Padam Nama Rupaischa Krishna Krishne Kasmat Tava Vimukata Mohana Shyama Murtav Ityuktva Tvam Prahasita Mukim Kim Nupashyami Radhe. You like the dark sky when the moon is waning, the freshly blossoming blue lotus, the black deer. Oh, she likes this. This is what he's writing that you like these things. You like the dark sky when the moon is waning, the freshly blossoming blue lotus, the black deer, the dark tamal tree, the dark monsoon clouds, and the dark Yamuna river. Why then do you dislike charming Krishna, who is so like them in name and form? When will I see you smile, O Radhika, as I speak these words? So Krishna's name and form are very near and dear to Radhika. Krishna Paksha Ratri. There are two kinds of night, Krishna Paksha and Shukla Paksha, the dark moon night and the bright moon night. That's in the astrology, isn't it? Yes. So the dark moon night and the bright moon night respectively. On the nights of the dark moon, Radhika wears a blue sari. Everything she wears is dark or nila, so that no one can see her. And thus, she goes to Abhisar meeting. The dark moon night in which she wears dark cloth is suitable for Srimati Radhika and is very near and dear to Radhika. There are so many various kinds of colors of the lotus flowers, but Srimati Radhika chooses the Nila Kamala, blue lotuses, because they resemble Krishna's Swarup. The tamal tree is shyam or Nila colored, so she very much loves tamal trees. The tamal has no qualification at all. Its fruits are not useful, they are like poison, not even an animal takes them. When one touches its flowers, it pinches one. The fruit is used when someone's feet have become infected. It is not a very great tree, but it resembles Krishna, so it is very near and dear to Radhika. Radhika loves it, so we also love it. Otherwise it has no other qualification, no good fruits or anything. A goat cannot take the leaves of a tamal tree. A cow does not take the leaves of the tamal tree, because it is somewhat bitter, not sweet, but yet it resembles Krishna. Only if something resembles Krishna, looks like Krishna, and it reminds Radhika of Krishna, then she loves it. Sometimes Srimati Radhika prays to dark blue rain clouds. But when she is in Man, what then? When she is in Man, she does not go near a tamal tree. She does not like to see the rain clouds or the blue lotus flowers. When she is in a mood of viraha, of intense separation, then she loves these black or these nila bracelets. But when she is in Man, she will take off all these bracelets and throw them away. The symptoms of Mahabhava are like this. Anything which is like Krishna, 1% even, what to tell of 100%, it reminds Radhika of Krishna. So in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, in the Madhya Lila chapter 8, verse 273 and 274, it is stated. You'll recognize this verse. Mahabhagavata deke stavara jangama taha taha hoy tar Shri Krishna spuran stavara jangama deke na deke tar murti sarvatra hoy nija ishta deva spurti. An advanced devotee, a Mahabhagavat, sees everything movable and inert as a manifestation of Lord Krishna. That's their vision. Movable and inert. Stavara and Jangama. Stavara means inert and Jangama means movable. So he sees that. Deke, Mahabhagavata Deke Stavara Jangama Taha Taha Hoy Tar Shri Krishna Spura. That they act, yes, but he, Taha Taha Hoy Tar Shri Krishna Spura. He sees this as a manifestation of Krishna, Shri Krishna Spura, like Spurti. So whatever he looks at, you know who said this? Mahaprabhu told this to Ramananda Roy. When Ramananda Roy was expressing to Mahaprabhu in that most final part of the Rai Ramananda Sambhava, where he began to see Mahaprabhu. And he was telling to Mahaprabhu, at first I was seeing a beautiful blue cowherd boy. But then I saw a golden form, like a golden doll, Kanchulika. And so he's telling the vision that he was having of Mahaprabhu. And then Mahaprabhu kind of, he distracted away from that by telling this, you are Mahabhagavat. This is, wherever a Mahabhagavat looks, they see Krishna. So then he says, when a Mahabhagavat sees either Stavaram or Jangama, moving or immovable, na deke tar murti, he doesn't exactly see that form, whatever it's a tree or this or that. Sarvatra hoy nija ishta deva spurti. In everything, he envisions nija ishta deva spurti, his own Ishtadev, the form of the Supreme Lord. So, when a Mahabhagavat sees anything which is like Krishna in any way, a spurti of Krishna comes. They act like Udipan. This is the symptom of a Mahabhagavat. Srimati is not a Mahabhagavat. She is the guru of all Mahabhagavats. She is Mahabhav Swarupa Shri Radha Thakurani. She is Krishna Mai, always seeing Krishna. Krishna Mai, Krishna Jar, Bitore Bahire, Jaha Jaha Netra Pade Taha Krishna Spuri. Krishna Mai means one who's within and without are Sri Krishna. She sees Krishna wherever she glances. So outside and inside, everywhere, wherever she sees Krishna. If she will see that tree, she will remember Krishna because it is Nila, bluish. If she will see bamboo, she'll remember the Vamshi and again Krishna. So Raghunath Das Goswami, in his real inner form as Tulsi Manjari, is also Krishna Mai. At first, she is Radha Mai, and all Srimati Radhika's moods come in her. So the moods of Radhika come in the moods of Raghunath Das Goswami. So we'll finish that tomorrow. Yeah. We will complete that tomorrow. Gaur Premanandi. Jai Shri Vilapa-kusumanjali ki Jai. Jai Shri Raghunath Das Goswami Pada ki Jai. Shri Rupa Goswami Pada ki Jai. Shri Rupa Rati Tulsi Manjari ki Jai. Jai Shri Vrishabhananandani Srimati Radharani ki Jai. Jai Brajendra Nandan Shyama Sundar Shri Krishna ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai. Gaur Premanandi. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna. Jaya Vrishabhanu Nandini Radhe Radhe, Vrishabhanu Nandini Radhe Radhe. Jaya Vrishabhanu Nandini Radhe Radhe, Vrishabhanu Nandini Radhe Radhe. Jaya Ashtashaki Shiromani Radhe Radhe, Ashtashaki Shiromani Radhe Radhe. Jaya Ashtashaki Shiromani Radhe Radhe, Jaya Ashtashaki Shiromani Radhe Radhe. Jaya Kanumana Mohini Radhe Radhe, Kanumana Mohini Radhe Radhe. Jaya Kanumana Mohini Radhe Radhe, Jaya Kanumana Mohini Radhe Radhe. Jaya Govinda Nandini Radhe Radhe, Govinda Nandini Radhe Radhe. Jaya Govinda Nandini Radhe Radhe, Jaya Govinda Nandini Radhe Radhe. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna. Jaya Sachinandan, Jaya Gaura Hari, Sachinandan, Jaya Gaura Hari. Jaya Sachinandan, Jaya Gaura Hari, Sachinandan, Jaya Gaura Hari. Jaya Nityanandaram, Jaya Nityanandaram, Nityanandaram, Jaya Nityanandaram. Jaya Nityanandaram, Jaya Nityanandaram, Jaya Nityanandaram, Jaya Nityanandaram. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Bol, Hari Bol.
Jai Hari Bol.
Bol, Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Jai Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharika Giridhari Shri Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Jiyo Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Govinda Gopinath Madan Mohan Jiyo Ki Jai Jai Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Jai Vrindavan Vasigan Ki Jai Jai Nanda Koti Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Jai Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Jai Nitai Gaur Premanandi Vrindai Tulsi Devai Priyai Keshavasya Cha Krishna Bhakti Prade Devi Sachavachai Namo Namah Vancha Kalpatarubhascha Kripa Sindhu Bheda Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Shiva.